Hey there, I'm Jimmy and welcome back to the channel. Let's paint a scenario that I know almost every estate planning and elder law attorney has experienced. Potential client attends your workshop, they are nodding along during the presentation, they seem highly engaged, and they actually book a consultation. The meeting goes well, you answer their questions, and then absolute silence. No signed agreement, no response to the follow-up emails. They just quietly disappear into thin air. Then, when this happens, most attorneys immediately assume the issue is their pricing. They think, well, they just didn't want to pay the fee. But we look at the data behind the scenes every single day, and I'm here to tell you, usually it wasn't the price. More often than not, people walk away because something in the experience made them hesitate. They feel overwhelmed, the process felt confusing, or they simply didn't feel confident enough to take the next steps. Today, we're breaking down the 5 friction points that cause potential clients to walk away and exactly how we can fix them. The first major breakdown happens when a consultation accidentally turns into a law school lecture. This is one of the fastest ways to lose a prospective client. Think about the headspace your clients are in when they walk through your doors. They're already carrying a massive amount of emotional weight. They're thinking about aging parents, long-term care, family dynamics, or what happens when a spouse passes away. Then the consultation starts, and suddenly they are drowning in complex legal terminology, tax strategies, revocable versus irrevocable structures, and Medicaid look-back rules. By the end of the hour, they're mentally exhausted. Remember, the goal of the consultation is not to prove how intelligent you are. Your clients already assume you're the expert. The goal is to help them feel clear enough to make a decision. The second area where firms lose momentum is the follow-up. Most firm follow-ups sound something like this: just checking in to see if you're ready to move forward with that trust. While that seems harmless to you, to a hesitant client, it feels incredibly transactional. It feels like a sales pitch. And in estate planning and elder law, families are often dealing with crisis, stress, and heavy emotional conversations behind the scenes. Half the time, they're not even avoiding your firm. They're avoiding the terrifying decision themselves. Because of that, the best follow-up doesn't feel like chasing. It feels like an extension of your care. Instead of hitting them with a generic check-in, send a short educational video, send a checklist of things they need to gather, or send a thoughtful email addressing a specific concern they brought up during the meeting. And this applies to your workshop attendees too. Just because someone came to your presentation doesn't mean they're ready to sign today. They raise their hand because they need help, but they might need time. The firms that stay present as an educator without becoming a pushy salesperson are the ones that win those clients when they're finally ready to move. The third area is a clunky intake process. Did you know that your intake process is a core part of your marketing? If scheduling a meeting feels clunky, if your digital forms are an overwhelming nightmare to fill out, or if your pre-meeting communication feels disorganized, potential clients are forming a negative opinion before they even see your face. This heavily impacts older clients or adult children who are already stressed for time. If someone struggles just trying to get an appointment on your calendar or upload basic documents, they immediately start thinking, this is frustrating just to get a consultation. How painful is it going to be actually to build the estate plan? That micro hesitation is more than enough to stall a decision permanently. The firms creating the best client experiences right now are systematically removing friction from intake. Clear instructions, easy text-to-schedule links, friendly automated reminders, and dead simple next steps. Potential clients can feel operational tension the exact second they interact with your firm. A rushed phone call from a busy paralegal, or a short cold email reply, or even a front desk interaction that feels like an interruption. None of these seem like a major disaster individually, but put together, they completely shape how safe and comfortable someone feels working. In this practice area, people are not just hiring a legal technician. They're choosing someone they trust with their deeply personal decisions involving family, money, and their dignity. That emotional component dictates the transaction. This is why hiring for warmth and patience is just as important as hiring for technical skill. One team member who sounds perpetually bothered can quietly tank your rates without you ever noticing a pattern. Finally, we see too many firms treating every single lead identically. Someone who attends 2 of your workshops, downloads your digital guide, and open every single email you've sent is completely different headspace than someone casually clicked on a Facebook ad yesterday. If you treat them exactly the same, you're letting your best opportunities slip through the cracks. The strongest firms build their workflows around behavior and engagement. This doesn't mean cold robotic automation, it means thoughtful systems. For instance, we utilize automated texting and email nurture tracks specifically for our clients' workshop registrants to keep them engaged before the event even happens. You can use targeted systems to check in after a consultation based on what specific topics were discussed. It's about leveraging technology to ensure no one is forgotten without making your outreach feel mass-produced. At the end of the day, most consumers are not looking for the attorney with the most confusing acronyms on their wall. They are looking for clarity, They want to feel organized, guided, and completely reassured that this process is not going to overwhelm them. That feeling is what determines whether someone cuts a check or walks away. Not your price sheet and not the complex asset protection strategy. It's the experience. If potential clients keep disappearing after your workshops or consultations, the issue is rarely your ads or your lead quality. The real problem is what happens after they show interest. Too much data, cold follow-ups, complicated intake, and rushed communication will cost your clients every single week. If you want help looking at your intake and follow-up process to identify exactly where people are dropping off, we would love to help you build a smoother system. You can schedule a free 15-minute call with our team today at bambiz.net. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like, share it with your team, and subscribe so you never miss an update. If you have a question, drop a comment below and someone from our team will reach out. Make sure you're building a process where saying yes feels like a relief, not a chore.